So good morning all. So let us start the session. The previous class we discussed about graph matrices and applications. In today's class we are going to discuss about the set of all paths. So what is the objective of matrix operations here? The matrix operations we are going to use to obtain the set of all paths between all nodes or equivalently a property. So that means describing the links as a weights. If you observe that, so these are the weights here. So for example, so this is the graph. So this is the graph. So from this graph, you are going to construct this graph matrix. So these are the ones are weights. So that means if you observe this, the A, B, G, H, all these are the nodes. The A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H are the nodes. So now all these are the associations. The A to A to B, the B to C, G. So then you can indicate in that way one here. If you observe the B to G, there is a transition from B to G node. So the weight of the BG is 1. Okay. So this is the graph matrix of the above figure. So the purpose of these matrix operations are to obtain all the paths between all the nodes. So loops. So every loop forces us into potentially infinite sum of matrix powers. So what it means, for example, this is the loop here. If you observe that here, the H. So this is the loop. Now here, this may be infinite loop. So infinite sum of maximum powers. That means, so for example, if you iterate 2 times, so for example, if the 5, then we can indicate with square. If it is a infinite, then the infinite sum of matrix powers. The collection of terms can make the matrix to repeat infinite number of times is known as loop. The loop can be removed by multiplying the path expression of the corresponding row entries at which loop occurs. So consider this flow graph. In this flow graph, so this is the H is the loop. Now this is the graph matrix for the above flow graph. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the nodes. So there is a 1, 3 association. This is the A. If you observe that what we discussed, the H. So H is a loop here. After removing self loop at node 5. So this is the node 5. This node contains self loop H. So after removing self loop at node 5, adding 1 to the matrix, then we get the one here. We have to use the 1. So this is the graph matrix after adding the 1 to the matrix. If X is the matrix, the above graph matrix is for X plus 1. That means the power of the loop must be obtained in order to find the presence of any other loops. So now, so X plus I whole square. That is the graph matrix for X plus I whole square. This is the, so after applying, after removing the 5 self loop H, we get this the graph matrix X plus I whole square. The second power of X plus I, that does not show any loop, so the third power of X plus I should be calculated. So this is the X plus I whole cube. So AD plus ABC, ABN, ABF. So this represents the graph matrix of X plus 1 whole cube. The partitioning algorithm. This algorithm is used to convert or transform the graphs having loops into the loop tree or partly ordered graphs. This algorithm is used to convert or transform graphs having loops into the loops tree. The purpose of partition algorithm is to convert if there are any graphs with loops, so those changed as a loop tree. The process of conversion is done by grouping the nodes in such a way that the loops are present in one or other groups. The matrix that is used by the algorithm is P plus 1 power n or P plus 1 n, where P is the graph matrix, I is the identity matrix, hash represents the concatenation of matrices. The matrix that is used by this algorithm is P plus I whole power n. The P plus I power n hash P plus I n t. Here the P is a graph matrix, I is a identity matrix, and the hash represents the concatenation of matrices. The matrix helps in grouping the nodes into sets. It means the loop tree graphs. That means either any nodes have self-looping loops, those loops will be terminated and removed, and we are going to construct the loop tree graph. The analysis done on any partly ordered graph that is obtained from partitioning algorithm, where there is a loop, break the loop, and continue the process. In simple, the algorithm can be explained as we are dividing the graph into number of groups such that each loop will be falling in the category of one or other group. Then the loop will be removed and complete the graph is obtained by concatenating all the groups after removing the loops. That means in simple, the algorithm can be explained as so divide the graph. So first there is a graph, that graph will be divided into the number of groups. So after that, each loop will be falling in the category of one or other group. Then the loop will be removed. Then the loop will be removed and complete graph is obtaining. So after removing this graph, you are going to complete the graph by concatenating all the groups after removing the loops. So that is a partitioning algorithm. So next one, node reduction algorithm. So node reduction algorithm. It is a sequence of steps that are followed in order to remove the intermediate nodes. So to remove intermediate nodes, we are going to use node reduction algorithm. Steps. Any one node should be selected and it should be removed by replacing the equivalent links. The first step is any one node should be selected and it should be removed. So by replacing the equivalent links, if there are parallel terms, simplify them by adding. So what's the first one? Any one node should be. So for example, I want to remove a node. That one node should be selected and it should be removed by replacing the equivalent links. So for example, is there any parallel links? Then simplify them by adding. After that, identify the terms with the self loops and the outlink of the loop should be adjusted to add the effect of self loop term. When all the above steps are performed, the size of the resultant matrix should be reduced by 1. So why? So here you select one node and if there are any parallel terms, and you can simplify them by adding. After that, identify the terms with the self loops and the outlinks of the loop should be adjusted to add the effort of self loop term. When all the above steps are performed, the size of the resultant matrix could be reduced by 1. So this process should be performed until only so 2 nodes are remained in the graph. Okay. So consider this graph. So this is the graph. So these are the nodes A, C, D, B, E. So these are the nodes. And these are the transitions P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, and W. So now we are going to apply node reduction algorithm. So as we are reducing the graph matrix, so prior to starting of procedure, the graph should be converted to matrix. So this is the matrix A, B, C, D, E. We observe that. So these are the nodes. So A, B, C, D, E. So the A, B, C, D are rows and columns also. So these are the transitions. So for example, A to C. So A to C, the transition is P. So here, so A to C, the transition is indicating with P. So this is the graph matrix that has to be reduced. After that, we are going to apply if there is any self loops. If you observe, these are the self loops. The W is the self loop. Now you are going to reduce that. This is the node E. So this has self loop. So we are going to reduce this node E. So this is the node E. So containing the self loop. So we are going to reduce this node E. Now, if I reduce this, so in order to remove any node, the self loop at the node E has to be removed. It is removed by adjusting the link passing out from the node with the effect of loop. The matrix is obtained by combining the W asterisk, that means the outlinks from E. If you observe this is the E, we want to delete this E. So this is the E node. Now this E has some self loop. Now I want to delete this node. When I want to delete this node, we are going to construct the graph. So if you observe that, so this is the loop I want, this is the E node I want to delete. Now we are going to construct the transitions. Now, so from this D, so this is the U transition after the T. That means now, so this is the transition from D to U with UT. Okay. That we update in this outlinks. So outlinks are so W into V and W into T. If you observe, these are the V, T and V. These are the links, outlinks. Here U is the inlink and VT are the outlinks. So we can construct that. So W into V and W into T. Okay. The next one. So this is the diagrammatic representation. Matrix after removal of node E. Okay. So by combining the terms, the node E have been removed. The matrix of order 5 by 5 has become 4 by 4. The size of matrix is reduced by 1. Okay, now what is the size? We delete the E. So before this E, the size of the matrix is 5 by 5. Now this is reduced, so the size of the matrix is 4 by 4. And the size of the matrix is reduced by 1 here. Okay, so next. So based on the algorithm, check for self loops in the resultant matrix. Again, you are going to check is there any resultant matrix, self loops in the resultant matrix. If there are any self loops, follow the step 1 again. That means you are going to remove that, as there are no diagonal elements in figure 8.3. That is previous one. So this is the previous one. Now there are no self loops. So the next step is to remove node D. node D. Okay, now the result M is matrix is reduced to 3 by 3 matrix. Now this node D will be removed. So next one, in figure 8.4, that means the previous, there is a diagonal element. It implies that there is a self loop and it should be removed as already done in step 1. Then the resultant matrix after removing self loop would be like this. So matrix after removal of self loop. Now, so this is the final expression after reducing nodes, all the nodes. So this is the P into Q U W asterisk T asterisk S plus QR plus the Q U W into V. So this is the resultant expression. So this is the path expression from node A to node B. So now we see the building tools. The building tools. The building tools of graph matrices is a combination of several things, such as some matrix representation in the software, some matrix operation, and some node reduction optimization. So these are the building tools. The building tools of graph matrices is a combination of many things. So they are some matrix representation in software, some matrix operations, and node reduction optimization. Symmetric representation in software. The graphs are the figures that are used to represent the flow of actions in a system to study the behavior of the system. The purpose of, so why we represent the matrix representation in software? The graphs are the figures. So these are the representation. We represent the flow graph into the matrices, means the graphs are the figures that are used to represent the flow of actions in a system. I hope you all know this point. To study the behavior of system, the degree of node is represented as the sum of in degree and out degree. That means in degree is nothing but the flow so comes to the node, and similarly out degree means the flow is goes to another node from one node. The in degree is the number of inlinks of the particular node. The out degree is the number of outlinks from the particular node. For example, this is the A node. If it receives if based on the transition, the path is reached to state A, node A, then this we are called as a inlink. Similarly, if A send the link to any other state or node, so this we are called as a out degree state. Out degree. Now, the degree of node is represented as the sum of in degrees and out degrees. Now, what is the degree of the node here means? So 1 and 1 plus 1. So 1 in degree, 1 out degree. Next one, advantages of graph matrices. So analyzing the routines, so gives best results for proving and developing algorithms. We are going to use these graph matrices. So disadvantages of graph matrices. It needs large storage space. Why? So we need 1 by 1. If there is 2 nodes, we are going to represent this with 2 by 2. If there are 10 nodes, we need 10 into size matrices, 10 into 10. So weight matrix, and the time duration, and string array we need. So these are the disadvantages of the graph matrices. So matrix operations. So parallel link reduction. The simplest of all the matrix operations is the parallel link reductions. So parallel link reduction is nothing but A. There is a node B. So this is the link between A and B. So these two are the parallel links. The simplest of all matrix operations is the parallel link reduction. For example, this is the A, so this is the B. Now we reduce this and write a plus b, a plus b. So after applying the lexicographic ordering with an order of the node names, outlink names, and inlink names. So that means you can represent the degree here. How many input lines and how many output links. Serial link reduction or cross term reduction. A cross term reduction is one of the crucial operations of all the available matrix operations and involves removal of the node. The serial link reduction, you are going to remove a node. In our previous example, we saw that we remove the node E. There is a self loop. We remove the node E. A node is first selected for removal and is then removed by concatenating all its interlinks and outer link weights. What it means, A is there, for example. So B, so this is the node E. Node E. Now, so this is the transition, for example. So this is the A and this is the inline. Now, you're going to delete this E, means if you select this E to remove, then concatenate all the interlink and outer links. So this is the inner link, this is the outer link. Now you concatenate these links. So inner link weights can be obtained by implementing back pointers. Outer link weights are acquired from the selected node. The reduction of loops. The loop reduction operation deals with the removal of a loop. That means if there is any self loop, you're going to remove these loops. You are going to, for example, what is the loop here? A is B. So for example, so this is also a loop. Okay. So A, so this is the transition comes to A only. This we are called as a loop. Okay. Loops can be identified by analyzing the linked lists of the nodes, self-link representation to the loop terms. For removing a loop, its expansion must be multiplied to all outer links of the node at which loop resides. For example, this is A, so this is the B. If I want to reduce this, means I represent this as AB. AB. Apply the above procedure for all the loops at a node. Continue until all the nodes are loop free. And node reduction optimization. By performing node reduction, the optimum order to be followed would be the lowest degree should be removed first. So degree is nothing but the lowest degree. Degree, what is it? How we find the degree means the sum of inner links and outer links. The removing of lowest degree node first is to get the least quickly and short. By following this optimal order does not show so much difference when deal with less number of nodes and when deal with nodes greater than 500, then effect of optimal order can be seen. So this is the end of 5th unit. In tomorrow class, we are going to start 6th unit. Okay. So thank you all. So we meet in tomorrow class. Thank you.